The first and most important reason is the flexible schedule that you get with Uber and Lyft. Basically, you can work whenever you have free time. So let's say, I don't know, you have kids, you're driving them to school, you drop them off, you have 2 or 3 hours before you need to go run some errands or something. You can go work for those 2, 3 hours. You can't do that with a traditional job. Or let's say you have a main job. You're driving home from your job. Well, normally that would be waste of time, but you can turn on destination filters on Uber and Lyft, which will basically, you can set in your home address and you're only going to find rides that go in that same general direction. So it works perfectly, integrates itself perfectly into your daily schedule. All right, reason number two, you are your own boss. So this ties into number one. You get to work wherever you want. You don't have conflicting with other coworkers. You don't have issues where you don't get along with your boss. You're your own boss, so there's not going to be any of that workplace drama. You're not going to have coworkers, calling in, ditching on you, scheduling conflicts. Um, you know, but basically you don't have those issues because it's your own business. All right. The number three reason, which I'm going to tie into again later, is it's good money. You can make 18 to $23 an hour after gas expenses. So that beats out any of the, fast food jobs. A lot of starter jobs out there. This definitely beats them out. And this ties into other ones as well that I'm going to talk about, other reasons. So considering the effort and the requirements, this is really a good job for you. All right, the number four reason, and this is actually one of my favorites. Your car is your workplace, which means the second you get in your car, you're at work. You don't have to commute to work. There's no lost time. The only quote unquote maybe lost time is driving back home. But even that's not really the case because you've got destination filters. So, um, in the last hour that you work in, you set your home as a destination. You're only going to get rides that go in the direction of your destination. So, you're not facing the traditional problems of workplace commute because your car is your workplace. It's really convenient. All right, number five. This one I wish I had thought of earlier or known about earlier, and you don't really hear much about this, but you can drive for Uber and Lyft at the same time. I thought of this originally when I was just driving for Uber, and um, most of the time Uber's doing really well, but there are 20, 30-minute periods where you don't get requests, even if you're in busy areas. It doesn't really make sense, and I was thinking, okay, what can I do? And then after some research, I found out that you can do both. You can do Uber and Lyft at the same time. And I've talked about this in my other video, which guys should definitely check out, the tips and tricks for Uber and Lyft. Um, the thing you need to consider is, let's say you get a Lyft request. You need to go offline on Uber right away because if you get an Uber request, a couple seconds later, you're going to have to cancel one of your, either on Lyft or on Uber, you're going to have to cancel. And that's not good for the passenger, that's not good for their customer experience, and that's not good for your rating. So it doesn't benefit anybody, so just keep that in mind. All right, number six. This leads back into number three. Um, Boost and surge. These increase your income, okay? So specifically for Uber. Uh, Surge is basically if they're, let's say, a lot of the bars get out between 1 and 2 a.m. You're suddenly going to have a sudden influx of customers on the market. There are not going to be enough Ubers in that area to satisfy that need. And so the surge is going to go up, meaning there's a multiplier now on your base fare. It's a great way to make some extra money. I personally do that. I work in the early evening. I take a break, eat my dinner, work on some homework because I'm a college student, and then I'll work for an hour or two during those surges, and I make absolute bank. It's a great thing to do. Um, And Boost, those are areas of the city which have certain time periods and certain zones where you're going to get guaranteed multiplier. Even it's in a way it's better than search because you're going to know ahead of time when it's taking place. So that's something to definitely bear in mind. All right, number 7. This one applies to Uber and Lyft, and it's the Quest and Power Drive bonus, respectively. And these are basically um, you drive a certain amount of rides within a certain amount of periods, and you're going to get a bonus for completing it. And the reason I really like this is because in a lot of workplaces, you don't get rewarded for your work, right? You get tips, yes, but you get that on Uber or Lyft as well, um, which is a nice bonus as well. But on Uber and Lyft, you get an extra incentive. You get an extra reward, you know. You did, I don't know, 30, 40 rides in a week. Well, boom, you get an extra $100. I think that's a great way of motivating your drivers um, to go out there and get those last couple rides in. Plus, also on Lyft, I'm not sure if Uber, but you can set weekly um, goals of how much money you want to make, and Lyft will prompt you to get towards those goals. It's really helpful. It's really rewarding, and it's nice to see that these two companies are rewarding their drivers for their hard work and persistence. All right, number 8. Um, these are discounts. So I guess employee perks in a sense. Um, Uber has a couple discounts, like Jiffy Lube, you can get like 15% off or something, and various other discounts. Like Exxon, you can get certain amounts off. Lyft has a whole discount program as well, which is great. Um, and it's nice to again have a company that gives perks, rewards um, their drivers for their hard work, and they have tiers. So you know, the more you work, the better your rewards are. So I think that's really motivating, and it really sets it apart from other similar job areas. And I'll talk about this in the next one, but it's really a good bonus considering what you put into it. And it's really motivating, and I think that's the central theme here, guys, is that both these companies um, they're gonna reward you for your hard work and your persistence. All right, number 9. We're almost there, guys. Number 9, in my opinion, is a big one and ties into everything, and will really it really emphasizes everything I've said, guys. And this is that it is really easy to sign up and learn. Okay, I learned this all in less than a week. All right, I've taken Uber as a passenger before and Lyft, but um, it's really not that hard, guys. Um, the sign up process, you know, you just need a car. That's not too old. I think it depends on your state, obviously. Um, and you need 4 doors, obviously. Um, and then you need to you need to have your necessary car requirements, and you need to pass a background check. That's it. And then it takes like 4 or 5 days max. I think I got mine in I got approved for Uber in like 5 days, and Lyft it was like 3 or 4. It's really quick. And then they just mail you the sticker, but you can start right away. Just print a temporary sticker pass. So it's really easy. And considering everything I've talked about and all the other things I've talked about, this is amazing, guys. There's really no excuse not to do this. Um, it's flexible. You know, there's not the problem of the other job that, oh, this might not fit my hours, oh, this might conflict. It works right into your gaps. If you have 3 or 4 hours or even an hour of, you know, dead time in your day, you can go out and drive. And um, the best part is they they don't require a certain amount of hours per week. So like I've had weeks where I don't drive at all. It's amazing. Um, highly recommend, guys. All right, guys. Number 10, which is last but certainly not least. This is the sign up bonus. All right, and this is going to work as well as your referral bonus later. So, basically, um, when you sign up for Uber and Lyft, it's going to ask for your personal information, and then at the bottom, it's going to ask if you have a referral code. It's optional. But if you put it in, which I highly recommend, you're going to get a bonus, which is going to differ depending on where you are. And you need to complete a certain amount of rides to get it. But it's, again, a nice way to, you just started your job, you're not super familiar yet. You may have a rough couple days at first, but then, you've got this thing at the end of the road to look forward to. A nice little, they get you a nice email, you get the bonus. It's really motivating, and it really builds on the theme that these companies want you to stay with them, and they reward you for your hard work and persistence. And then later on, when you are a driver, you're going to be able to refer your friends as well. And the nice thing is, you're both going to make this bonus. So it's rewarding for everybody. And the nice thing is, with this bonus thing, it's not just, oh, bonus, here you go. Uber and I believe Lyft as well, they let you reach out to the people. So let's say you use my code, for example. I would be able to reach out to you, and let's say you're stuck on something or you're feeling a little unmotivated. I could see your progress and be like, he's almost there. It's been 2 weeks, but he's only done 10, 15 rides. Let me reach out to him and see if he needs help with something. It's a great way of building community in that sense. So taking all these things into account, I would definitely, if you haven't thought about it yet, you're maybe a passenger or you're just looking at the rideshare space, think about it, guys. Think about it. It's flexible. I've told you guys in my other videos, I'm a college student. I don't have great availability. I can only work like 4 to 10 hours a week, and this works perfectly for me. Perfectly. During the summer, I did this as well. It was amazing. I did 20-hour weeks. I made a great amount, way more than I've done in my previous years at different summer jobs. So definitely would recommend it to you guys. I hope you will consider it, and I wish you guys a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next videos. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Get away. Get a good job with more pay and you're okay. Money, it's a gas.